Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment market so you can understand not only what we see in the global landscape, but also how we're currently invested across all of our global tactical portfolios. You know, the economy continues to gather strength in the U.S., and of course the emerging markets look pretty good. China's looking good, Brazil's looking pretty good. Actually, Japan, which is not an emerging market but a developed economy, is getting a little bit better only because of stimulus that they are actually doing. It looks like Italy, Spain, a lot of the countries in Europe that were in some pretty bad situation are just kind of flattening out at this point. So they're not getting worse, they're not necessarily getting a lot better, but the bad, the catastrophic, I guess, thing that everybody looked at is essentially off the table. We continue to own emerging markets, large and small cap dividend pairs within our global tactical opportunity portfolio as two distinct sectors, along with mid cap in the US, along with Russia, and along with Mexico. Those are our four leaderboards. We actually made very small changes at the end of the month in January as we enter February. We continue to own our fixed income oriented investments. We are very low on traditional bond investments. In fact, one of the questions I continue to get on my radio show is about one of the biggest bond funds out there, which is the PIMCO Total Return Fund, which year to date has negative returns. I've repeatedly warned investors. Mutual funds that have too many assets are not as nimble. And Bill Gross, who manages that PIMCO fund, have told investors, hey, you know what? You're not going to be able to make the kind of money on fixed income and traditional bonds like you once did. So I've told a lot of investors, depending which PIMCO fund they own, they might want to exit that. Of course, our clients, we would do that automatically if we had one of those funds within our portfolio that needed to be jettisoned because there's better opportunity. Generally speaking, in the fixed income, we still enjoy preferreds. Our emerging market exposure on general emerging market bonds is kind of lackluster so far year to date, but we're early into it, and I firmly believe that will firm up and do quite well. We continue to like global bonds outside the U.S., and we actually added two new positions. One that is in the mortgage-backed REIT side, symbol REM. It's basically a national mortgage REIT, so instead of owning one mortgage REIT company that basically pays a dividend off mortgages, we actually own the ETF, which I think is a much better animal because it's better diversified than owning one or two individual stocks in that particular sector. As I said, economy has stabilized and getting a little bit better in the U.S. Generally speaking, most of the numbers that are coming out are getting a little bit better. I would be remiss in saying that, you know, no matter what investment strategy you run, no matter what investment an investor owns, there's always going to be some light volatility. And I always try to explain to our investors that you're going to have some light volatility in the normal course of investing. We're off to a fabulous start year to date for Resney Wealth Management clients. I firmly believe, as long as there's no weird anomalies by our Fed or overseas, that there's a pretty good chance that we could have some outstretched returns this year within our portfolio models. Relative strength, as I've talked to clients and of course our radio listeners alike, relative strength is by far the number one precursor on market direction or investment direction. And that's why we rank our strategy on an ongoing basis. We want to own those stronger sectors and we want to sell the weaker sectors. That same strategy that helps us make money on the upside in good times will help us reduce risk in down times, so we're not buying and holding assets that are going down 20, 30, 40%. We do have a live TV show tonight in Southwest Florida. Of course, we do have a live radio show this Sunday coming up. If you're a client and you have questions, please call our office. We've been getting a lot of requests for speaking engagements for myself and Resney Wealth Management. Of course, if you have a group that you would like to have me speak at, we always appreciate those referrals. And of course, if you're a client, you have a client possible referral, we always like new business too. If you're not a client and want to become a client, call our office for a consultation. There is a difference. We invite you to experience it. Make sure you have yourself a safe and profitable week. And if you get a chance, make sure you tune into my live TV show tonight in Southwest Florida. And make sure you listen to my live radio show this Sunday. Have a great day.